So guys, I saw this news 2 days ago. I've been meaning to make a video about it. It's very heartbreaking what's happening in the UK. This case sort of reminded me of my situation that I had last year with my neighbors. If you've been following me for a very long time, you would have seen the videos where I talked about what my neighbors were doing to me and how I was uncomfortable. Before I share my opinion, and also the reason I'm creating this video is sort of awareness, because no matter how much we try to integrate into a society, it will never be like home. It can never be like home. So it's always good to be very vigilant so that this will not be our case. So let's watch this video.
3-year-old Nima and her 3-year-old sister Fatima were murdered as they slept. They were at home with their mother, Fatimata Haidara, when their next-door neighbour set fire to their flat in Nottingham. It was the early hours of the morning. Firefighters tried to rescue the family inside, but the girls couldn't be saved. Their mother died days later in hospital. As Jamie Barrow was convicted of their murders, their father and husband spoke about the loss of his children and his wife.
If love and compassion could make a person immortal, she would have lived forever. She was most incredible mother to Fatima and Naima, two angels who deserve a very beautiful childhood and a full life.
At this point in time, I'm going to place you under arrest for murder ×2, okay?
Barrow was arrested after telling officers he was going to hand himself in. He admitted pouring petrol through the family's letterbox and setting it alight, but tried to claim that he didn't know they were in.
He denied the killings were deliberate. Thankfully, the investigation team was able to provide overwhelming evidence that this tragic event was indeed murder. We saw through his lies, and thankfully so did the jury.
Barrow had been drinking on the night of the fire. He bought more beer, then headed home. Moments after the fire took hold, he calmly walked away, returning a short time later to ask police how bad it was, even smiling at officers as he answered their questions. He later rang police to ask when he could get back into his flat.
Hello, my name's Jamie. I live on Fairhill Close at number 19, next to where the fire was earlier this morning.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's any update on whether I'm allowed back into my property or not.
Prosecutors say his motive for the murders may never be known. He has a personality disorder and says he's lit fires before to release stress, claiming it mesmerises him. But another theory is that he was annoyed about rubbish bags that had been left in an alley. Abubakar Drame was in America at the time of the fire. His wife and daughters were applying for visas to join him. Their dream of a new life together shattered by a neighbour who still refuses to explain why he murdered them.
This reminded me of when I made a video talking about my neighbor reported me to social services, child services. My neighbor reported me to the housing agent. My neighbors does not like me. I think I made 3 series relating to my experience when I was living in Surrey. It was so crazy. I felt unsafe. Whenever my husband is not at home, I'm scared of coming out. They have a WhatsApp group that we are not in, that they discuss stuff about the house, and we are in the same flat, but we're not in that WhatsApp group. We experience a lot of issues. They are always reporting us as if we are it was so crazy. We had to leave. We left a month earlier. We wanted to terminate our contract even before the 1-year contract that we signed, but the landlord was like, we have to pay, blah blah blah. We couldn't even wait. We left a month before. Imagine this beautiful family, this woman and her 2 children, innocent human being, just taken away by one person. And he has been sentenced, good news, because the judge sentenced him today to 44 years imprisonment. Imagine trying to say that, or he likes burning things to relieve stress. Like, I don't get it. I mean, this is pure racism. I know they don't want to say that, they don't want to target that, but honestly, this is pure racism. And to my fellow black, my fellow Nigerian, my fellow brown skin, I mean, you need to be very watchful. You need to be careful. If you are in any environment, any neighborhood that you feel like you're not liked, you need to leave. Imagine, why can't he wait few more months? These people were already planning to leave the building. I mean, they are relocating to America. You just have to take their life. All I'm saying is, when you're going to look for apartment, check for all the safety exit doors, okay? Don't go get an apartment that is just one single door, that if anything happens, you're only stuck, you only have one place to run. Two beautiful girls, their life just cut short because of one human being. The judge said they don't know the reason why he did that. I would say we Africans tend to overlook things. If you overlook things, don't do it here, don't do it. Like, any single small thing, if you sense anything, please take caution. Like, this is a recent case. This happened in 2023. Like, 2023, there's still racism. I mean, we need to watch out for ourselves. I feel really heartbroken, honestly. When I saw that video, I'm like, oh my God, this happened in Nottingham, okay? And from my experience, I think I keep saying this in all my videos, that I don't think I want to stay outside London, or I'm going to stay in a community that is dominated by one race. If it's purely black, I'm not going to be there. If it's purely white, I'm just going to be in a very mixed environment where everyone is mixed. There's all race. You know, I experienced serious racism when I moved out of London to Surrey. That was when I knew that, okay, it exists, okay? There are different forms of racism. Do not overlook anyone. They have the most common one you can find in the UK is the subtle racism. Very, very subtle. I can't imagine what this man is going through. I cannot imagine what he's going through. Anyway, fellow people, please be careful out there. Like, if you notice anything, you feel anything, do not shove it over your shoulder. Do not overlook it. Do not just be like, it's nothing. Please, it's something. Do not overlook anything. Pay attention. Keep record. Keep all your proof. Like, be vigilant. The media is not going to say, oh, it's racism. They're just going to say he has multiple personality disorder. Like, are you, like, really? Well, I understand, it's the media. They're not going to paint that picture, but everybody knows this is what's happening. So this is the end of my video. It's a very sad one, and honestly do not know what to say. All I'm going to say, like, I wish the woman's family, the husband, strength to bear this loss. Like, this is a huge loss. Be safe out there, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.